Tonight, Ballarat athlete Stephen Moneghetti contemplating his future after a disappointing Olympic marathon. Good evening. Ballarat's Steve Moneghetti is considering retiring from marathon events after his 48th placing in today's Olympic race. The hot and humid weather took its toll on the athletes, and a very dejected Steve says he's never going to run a marathon in conditions like that again. Glenn Driscoll spoke to him this morning.
Mona, how are you?
G'day, Glenn. Been better, that's for sure.
Yes, well, it was a pretty tough race as the first three past the post all collapsed and were carried off on stretchers. When did it hit you? Because it looked pretty warm out there.
Yeah, I didn't really ever feel all that comfortable. I tried to go out a bit more relaxed this time. We'd planned to just sit in the pack, but every time they picked it up a little bit, the lead group, I was always struggling just to respond, and probably really hit me when they broke away at about 23, 24k, and I got to 25k, and I knew it was going to be a long way home. Well, you know what I'm like. If I'm feeling good, I'd always be up there, and I tried, I thought I was probably running fairly controlled early and trying to not be using too much energy, but it didn't make too much difference when they ran away. It felt like they'd picked it up a lot, but I don't think they did. It was just that I just was struggling, couldn't respond. The preparation was absolutely ideal, and that's the fascination of the marathon. Everything can be going so well for you and be in great shape, and it's cruel that it turns out that way, and it's going to be a tough, for me to come back now. I don't know if I'll ever. I'm really in a position where I'm not too sure if I'll ever run another marathon. I just can't believe that, you put in so much work and you try so hard for years and years and be in great shape, and yet can still have as bad a run as an experience like that. I don't want to go through again, so I'll just have to really think about what I'm going to do from here on in.
Yeah, well, I was saying in a lot of the reports this morning that said you were going to retire. I find that hard to believe, Mona. You're too good for that.
Yeah, well, I might go back to 10Ks or some other event that that doesn't sort of treat you so badly. I suppose it's just such a tough event to cope with when you think you've done everything right, and really I thought everything over the last couple of years had been tremendous, and the lead-in was great, and yet it can just be so tough on you like that. I just can't explain it, and I don't know if I can really justify going through all the work that I've put in again to maybe have that happen in the future.
All right, well, we'll pep you up when you get back to Ballarat, no doubt about that. All the boys from the YCW and that will be waiting to see you back home again, and we'll see you back on the track again too, no doubt about that. A job well done anyway. Pleasure, Mona. All the best. See you when you return.
Thanks, mate.
Meanwhile, Mona's running mates say they don't believe Barcelona will be his last marathon. Despite his personal disappointment, club members say Ballarat will still give the world-famous athlete a hero's welcome when he returns.